is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set! 19! Here we go, D. Get off the field. 24! 24!
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. They got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Keep playing.
Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Set! 19! 29! 75!
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. Give him 9 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Taylor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down. 3 and out. A real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points. They have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll run with Taylor. He takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to fourth down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Watson, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. On third down, it's Taylor. He'll have a first down inside the 10, and down to the 7-yard line.
Check Mike 57. Strip the ball.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
On the ready. Mike Bobo. One twist.
On third down, Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards and a giant first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Kemp. This is caught by Robinson. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Complete to Allen Robinson. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they ended up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. For a giant touchdown. In for the score. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, he's going deep for and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Rosas to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
57.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Kim, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Taylor, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken short. He gets away from one. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed.
Here we go. Set. 10 logo.
Looking to throw on second down. Kemp. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Matchbox white.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Like you said, play team. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 31. Watch out, watch out.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Switch.
He finds Robinson. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Allen Robinson, 73 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Watch twitch. Watch twitch. Hey, 31.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. From the 39, Watson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Luke Kuechly. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 47 yards on the ground. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Here we go.
They'll run it again with Barkley. They find some open field here. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Hey, Sue. Hey, we got 3 down.
Looking to throw. Kemp. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Giants take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try the right side with Eckler. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 27 yards. Move those chains. That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 40.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Taylor. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Giants' 38-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
50 seconds to Mike. Let's go.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Watson now on third down. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mike 51.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Mike 51. Watch the run. Wide. Get wide. To the pass. 51 to Mike, boys. 51. Let's go. Learn. Show it up.
On second and 15 now. Watson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. It's our field.
Out of the gun, Watson. He'll get this to Eckler. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Hey, let's go. Time to crouch. Here we go.
And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Jaguars' 43-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On third down, Kemp. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Rosas now to add the PAT. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Next to score, Giants 48, Jaguars 22.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Oh, what a move. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Alert, alert! 57, Mike, 57. Record!
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jaguars get a score closer. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. After all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Barkley unable to get away on the 1st down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Set. 60 out there. Hey, Echo.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And the Jags grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now Watson, flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Slam. Check three.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And the New York Football Giants are the toast of the National Football League. For the victors, getting to hoist. We've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling.
The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year. And for them, what a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.